welcome to Get a Grip with me, Anna Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Patterson.
This is the podcast where we get loud about the realities of womanhood.
And dive headfirst into the chaos of life.
So if you're sick of being told to pipe down or calm down, or dare I say it,
get a grip.
Thank you very much.
Then you're exactly where you need to be.
Grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's get into it.
Ooh.
How do you feel about birds?
Are we talking the feathery kind?
Yeah.
I'm relatively impartial, but I do like a robin redbreast.
Oh, I love a robin red. They carry messages from the beyond.
That's what. So listen to this, right? I lost my best friend about, it's coming up 10 years. And last year, I was sitting in my front room with the dogs, just chilling in the morning, and I heard a bang, and I was like, what the hell? Looked around, couldn't see anything. And then I glanced over and a poor little robin had got stuck inside the house. And I honestly don't know. And it was trying to get out, obviously via the window. And I was so panicked. You know how much I love animals. So panicked. The poor little thing was obviously quite stunned. Let us go over and pick it up. I picked it up. My little heart was breaking because I thought, oh gosh, something's happened to it. I carried it outside and held it outside, and I was just talking to it. I says, it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. And I thought I might stay with this for a little bit, but it flew off. And I come back inside, and it wasn't until I got back inside I realised it was Paul's birthday.
Stop it.
He came to say hello. If I'd realised sooner, I would have talked to him longer, but I didn't. But I told all the girls.
Oh,
I know, it was such a lovely moment. I thought he just came to check in.
Because that's a real thing.
110% it's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I see my granny all the time.
Do
and
you?
Now my daughters will be like, Dolly's outside. And I hear Ruby trying to explain to Marnie how this has happened. And she's like, what? And so she'll be like, who is it? And she's like, that's Mom's granny. Pointing at the robin in the garden. That's Mummy's granny. And Marnie's like, what the fuck have you been drinking? It's very comforting though, I find.
I think it brings people who've lost someone a bit of comfort, and I'm all for something like that.
Although I could have done with you last week because we had a bird situation in the house.
Bless them. They get so confused by the glass windows.
Don't bless them.
Oh no, what happened? Was it a big bird?
It was bigger than a robin.
Oh, how big? Was it a big crow? Crows are not so nice.
I'm actually going to get sick.
Was it a hawk?
Came up the stairs and was like, Mom, there's a crow in the sitting room.
Crows are nasty pieces of work, mate.
Stop it. I actually can't. I nearly got sick thinking about it. Yeah. Like a crow to me is like an evil bearer of bad news.
A harbinger of death, no?
100%.
Yeah.
But also like they'd like peck your eyes out, I feel like, if they got half the chance.
And they're fucking smart as well, you know.
I believe so.
Did you know in Australia, I don't know if this is a myth, but I'm going to say it with my full chest and act like it isn't.
Do it.
So they had like a pest control problem.
I heard about this. Yeah. It was in Australia. My sister-in-law was saying that it was in the UK, and I was like, I've never seen it. Go on.
It's in Australia. So basically what happened was they had
this is unbelievable.
They had influx of a certain animal.
Oh.
And so
why are you not naming the animal?
Because I can't remember. It was it was some
sort. I thought you were trying to protect the animal.
No. It was some sort of like insect, basically, that had a bit of a problem with it. And then so they were like, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll release a certain kind of toad that eats this animal.
Okay.
So they introduced the toad. Lo and behold, the toads got shagging. They took care of the insects. Toads got shagging. And then they had loads and loads of toads. Oh, no. So they're like, right, what's a natural predator of this toad? And they found another one, which I think was like a little fox or something.
Okay.
And then they just had loads of foxes. I don't know why they couldn't see that
would be
the chain reaction they were in fact setting in motion. And anyway, then they did this fox and they thought the problem was sorted. But what happened was, turned out that there was a chemical in the toad's liver that was killing the foxes. It was poisonous to everybody else. So all the foxes were still just dying. So now they had loads of dead foxes and loads more toads. So then someone come up with the idea about crows, right? Because they're smart. These crows were eating the toads around the liver. They were finding these toads dead with everything gone, but the liver still intact.
Shut up.
Lord of a lie. Smart.
Well, I heard that they trained the crows here. Now, I have not seen this in action, to basically, when people would put their fag butts around, like chuck them around the bins, they had the crows picking up the fag butts, putting them in this little thing, and for like once they fill the tray, another little tray would open and give them food.
No.
Yeah.
But they're so smart. This doesn't surprise me.
Unbelievable.
But this is why you should watch The Manch, because if they've got a vendetta, mate, you're fucked.
Honestly.
They'll tell their pals and on, you know.
And they'll all be in.
Oh, they'll all be in.
I have a lovely new coffee table. I do not want their shite all over it.
That's the least of your worries, Ange. Think about your eyeballs.
Do you reckon?
How do you get rid of your crow?
Okay, here's the thing. She ran up the stairs. There's a crow. And I thought, you know, we used to all do it. Mom, Annette's dead. And we would joke about these things. Like it was pranking. And I thought, oh, listen, it's bound to come back around.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, really? And she's like, no, really? And then I realised it really was a thing. Now, was I going into the living room? Absolutely not.
Don't blame me.
Not happening. I stood on the top of the landing. There was just the two girls and me. Okay. So I'm like, will you run down and open the front door? He'd come in the back door. You know, maybe there's a world in which he'd just saunter out like a fly. He didn't.
He didn't, Ange.
So I didn't want to see him because I thought the image would be seared in my brain.
Fair.
And then I would have nightmares about it. Because I really don't like birds.
Apart from robins.
No, I love them, but I don't know if I'd be able to pick up the robin, even if it was my granny. Like, I feel like I'd still be a bit like, ooh, a bit funny about it.
You don't strike me as a natural animal person in general.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Fair. I think that's fair to say. Like I am, but you see, I don't French kiss dogs, okay? If that's your barometer, then you're right.
You're missing out, mate.
But anyway, it was not a crow. Thank God, because in my mind, a crow's that big. Like it's big,
Crows are
ass bitch.
What was it?
A magpie. Possibly worse.
Toon, black white army. That's our mascot, Ange. I really want to take you to a football match.
I'd love to go. It was a magpie. It was a magpie. One for sorrow, two for joy. Shit the bed. It was only one. Anyway, at the exact time, the doorbell, lads came in, coffee table being delivered. I was like, lads, there's a bird, there's a crow. And they had gloves on. They went and they took the... Now, one of them went in, couldn't finish off the job. Another lad came in much calmer.
It's all about the energy, isn't it?
Honestly. Bearded guy was going in, I'm going to get the job done.
Yeah.
Lad kind of walked in, very chill Bill, came out, magpie. In his hand, he did have gloves on. And...
he set it free.
Set it free. But then I was thinking... One for sorrow, two for joy, three for girl, four for boy.
Yeah.
Something never
One
to be
for sorrow.
told.
So has anything bad happened?
No. I Googled, because this is what you can do.
You can salute. Did you salute it?
I didn't, actually.
Ange,
I should have saluted
rookie
it.
mistake.
I should have saluted on the way out, but I didn't. But
Did you do, hello, Mr. Magpie, how's your wife?
I never heard that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a very British thing.
So it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing it.
But when I Googled it, I was like, okay, talk to me about magpies, because one of them was in the house, like the spiritual... message of a magpie. Is it an omen? Because I mean, to be fair, like one for sorrow, two for... It's a silly old rhyme. Like, what's it based on? So I
bet it's like the plague or something, is it?
No.
Oh, go on.
Open. See, it's great. Growth, transformation. It's like a prophet. Suddenly this magpie took on a different air to me. It wasn't a little bastard coming to tell me bad news. It was like, boom, we're in an era of transformation. So actually the whole thing felt much less traumatic than it could have been, although it did poo.
Oh.
So we had to clean up the poo. But wait for it. I don't know why this surprised me.
It's good luck, isn't it?
It weed.
Oh.
I know. That's surprising.
Well, it was obviously a bit scared.
I know, but I just did not imagine that birds weed. I don't know why. We've always seen their poo.
But not their way.
Never their way.
I just assumed that it was like amalgamated. Like
the texture would suggest that.
That's...
But actually, no, little puddles of wee.
Aww.
It was actually quite cute.
I feel like this has become a really cute story rather than a scary one.
Yeah, it was good.
My sister once rang me because there was an owl in our kitchen.
Shut up. That's so rare. What did she do?
So listen to this.
You know an owl eats 5 dormice a day when they're in the fattened stages.
Well, it doesn't surprise us, right? Because my sister used to have a little chihuahua called Boo.
Jesus Christ.
Right? And he was tiny. He was a teacup thing, about that big. R.I.P. with the angels now.
Oh no, couldn't breathe. Too
Gone
small.
but not forgotten. No, he's all right. He had a nice little life, bless him. He was a nice dog. So anyway, the owl flew in trying to eat Boo. and he kept swooping to try and get him. And honestly, my sister's husband, who's a big fella, was fucking swinging on this owl, like trying to punch it, like, get out, like literally.
And it's probably an endangered species.
Well, listen to this. So anyway, all this chaos is going on. Laura's screaming. She's up a height. Boo's nearly getting chinned. The owl's just like feral. And then there's a ring at the door, and it's some woman with a dead fucking baby chick in her hand. And she goes, have you got my owl? And Laura was like, yes, it's in me kitchen trying to eat me dog.
Oh, my dog.
So she just gave it a little whistle, wiggled a little dead chick. Oh, and the owl came out.
That was the food.
Yeah, that was its food. And the owl came out.
Was the chick like live and feathered, or was it a breast?
Neither. It was like a dead little chick.
Oh my God.
I know, horrible, grim, but apparently that's what you feed them.
Oh my God. So what? Chicks are over in the corner just breeding to feed this big feckin' owl?
I think they come like dead.
What?
Like they arrive like dead.
Oh Jesus.
And cold.
Food?
It's sort of like
oh my God, sorry, this is really weird.
Grim, yeah.
Wow.
It's like the type of thing they feed to snakes and that.
Ah, right.
They feed the same thing to baby owls. Who knew so many people had had birds in their home?
Honestly. Also, I saw a barn owl yesterday.
God, it's
on the top of a man.
'Tis the season for birds.
The season. This is like the one show. Now we're talking.
Can we talk about the absolute boss bitches around the Artemis II mission?
Oh my God, yes. Did they bring any pets up, I wonder? Also, Coachella, we need to get into that after the break too. Welcome back, gang. So what in the world has been going on, you ask?
What in the world's been going on? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Since last Thursday, what have I missed? Take it away, Ange. What in the world?
Sometimes the original speaks louder.
I did like it. I do like it though.
Yeah,
I have a jingle.
It is lovely. We love Hazza.
I feel like somewhat of a bit of a fraud on the next topic, because actually the first I heard of this was when I did my Heart Radio show on Saturday, and my producer was like, should we do a link about the Artemis II? I was like, absolutely. What is the Artemis II? And I felt so like out of the loop, but my feed doesn't look like that. It's
this
not
is the problem
spaceships.
with the all feedy feed.
It's just all Coachella, my feed, if I'm honest.
Okay, we'll get to that. But you do actually live, we all live in our own little self-created vacuums.
Our own little algorithm.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so your version of the world is completely different based on what you're consuming or what people think you're in, potentially going to consume.
I feel like I've created a semi-safe space on Instagram for my mental health. So it's like quite like a lot of fun stuff. I can't escape pop culture things like Coachella and stuff like that.
Dogs, I imagine, feature quite heavily.
Loads of dogs. A lot of history. I get a lot of Henry VIII.
Oh yeah, Henry VIII.
Quite a lot of Hunger Games.
Oh.
It's me hyperfixation at the moment. I'm going to see the stage show. I'm dead excited.
It's a stage show.
They've just made a stage show.
They're bloody turning everything into a stage show.
Honestly,
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad. Apparently there's real fire.
Oh.
Danger. Danger.
Fire. What, like a pyro?
I don't know, babe.
You must have had that on the Strictly show, did you not?
I had pyros, but
You
this
really
is
take the pubes off you.
actual. It's actual fire ants, just like whoosh, like not a pyro, like fire. I feel like I'm fixating too much on that. Also, on my feed is a lot of blackheads.
Pimple popper.
I love it.
No.
It's disgusting. Do you not
No,
love?
I actually do. Like, it's almost kind of like I can't look away.
Oh yeah, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But like, I wouldn't invite it into my face.
Oh gosh, I'm obsessed.
But if I see someone, even if they're on the tube and I see a big juicy blackhead, I nearly pay them to let me at it.
I have to bribe Erkan because he has lots on his back. Not lots, just like a few. I know.
Bring him in.
Because he's a really hairy man. So he gets these big, thick Turkish hairs on his back. And then
He sounds like the Gruffalo.
but then when we shave them or they go away or whatever, then he just has like this open.
How do they go away?
I don't know. I think just some hairs just fall out with your clothes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he has like left with the whole open pore, so he gets quite a lot of blackheads, and I have to actually bribe him to let me do them.
And does he let you?
Only when I bribe him. Good,
See,
like,
that's love.
yeah. So normally it's like I'll shave you back if you let us. Because he can't reach it himself. So I have to shave his back and then I get 5 minutes of
But I
squeezing
feel
time.
like maybe shaving the back would be the precursor to this.
Yes, it's prep. It's perfect prep. So I shave
No, I
it.
would say it would be what would cause them, no?
Oh, I don't know, babes, but you can't be walking around with his hairs like that regardless, mate.
But sure, he doesn't have his back out every day of the week, does he?
Oh, but when we're going on holiday, Angela, it looks like he's wearing a sweater around the pool. Yes.
That's very popular these days. A bit of Kendall Jenner there around the draped over the shoulder.
Oh, no, this is not Kendall Jenner-esque. There's nothing high fashion about his fuzz.
Is there?
No. I do love him, but we're going to have hairy children.
Oh, I think I have one hairy child.
Yeah, so Artemis. So yeah, the first I saw it, heard of it. And if anyone else has been living under a rock like myself, this is a rocket that has gone to space.
Yes.
But we're not angry about it.
We're so happy about it.
It's been really lovely.
Because also they didn't wear matching friggin' boiler suits, which usually I'm a fan of, to be fair. Like I watched a bit of the golf last night under, pressure.
Under duress.
Yeah. But like the caddies absolutely love them bloody boiler suits.
Do they?
I love them.
But I would imagine they'd be sweating their tits off, mate.
I imagine so. I don't know what you'd have underneath it. But then the golfers are in those bloody chinos, tight as well they are.
Sounds like you had a better time watching the golf than you want to let on, Ange.
I don't enjoy a tight trouser on a man. Like I don't need to see what's inside them.
Sorry, my husband grew up going out in Essex, mate. He loves a fucking tight trouser.
Does he?
Saw the meat and veg a lot when we were first going out.
Okay. Has he loosened it up a bit now?
Yeah, a little bit. I really have tried to get him in an old linen trouser and a slightly loose fitting shirt, but it is programmed in him to want to wear tight, unfortunately.
Okay, support.
Yeah,
bit of support for the owl meat and veg.
Say he's poor nuns every time we go out, man.
He's fine nuns.
He's a little nun.
Oh God. Anyway, so aside from what they were wearing, because that's the least interesting thing, they went up and they did a little loop-de-loop around the moon.
So they've gone further than anyone has ever gone before, I believe.
Well, usually robots go to the backside of the moon.
Yes.
Like the black spots, not the ones you like to pick, but like this is the first time humans have actually been on that side of the moon.
So they have. So they've gone the furthest any human has ever gone, which is big in itself, an achievement.
It very much is.
And although I know they don't want us to focus on this thing, I felt like the space crew, was very inclusive.
Very much.
We had a woman, we had a person of colour. I just thought it was very different to what you're used to seeing when you think of the old American space adventures.
100%.
Like just Buzz Aldrins.
What did I call him? Buzz Aldridge.
We did have a conversation before where he was Buzz Aldridge, yes.
Buzz Aldridge.
Who else was there? There was Buzz Aldrin. Neil Armstrong, that's him.
He was the main event, wasn't he?
Yeah,
that fella.
Do you think that was real?
Listen, get your tinfoil hat out. I don't know. And I don't know that it matters. Does it? Sometimes we need to pick me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, if Britain's Got Talent, if the fizz has gone out of that, maybe send someone to the moon. Do you know what I mean? I just think collectively as a human race, we need to have something that we can all tune
celebrate
into. Yeah. And that restores humanity. And I do think that so much of our news feeds, Coachella aside, is filled with scary, dark, heavy stuff. The news cycle is constant. It's pretty frightening and depressing. And actually to sit back and watch people be just brilliantly competent. That used to be a requirement for jobs.
No, I know. Honestly, I can't tell you how often I am working in day-to-day life with somebody else and I think, how do you get this fucking gig, you moron?
I was actually thinking presidential level.
Fine, I'm just talking about
day to day also an issue.
Robbing a fucking living.
She says.
I'm still entertaining even with me vape.
I love it. You are. Always. But also, do you know what I was very struck by was, I don't want to call it the back office, the NASA Centre, let's call it that, the Johnson Space Centre.
The old HR department.
The old HR department. I mean, literally full to the brims. Full to the brims
of women. I know. So the launch director and Johnson Space Centre director were also women. Christina Koch was the first woman to go. And the fella, who I think is worth mentioning because, as I will say in a second, he was cuter than a bunny in a bow tie, Victor Glover, the first black man.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened when they saw a crater on the black side of the moon? So he'd lost his wife I'm going to cry. He'd lost his wife in 2020 to cancer, and they all shared this beautiful moment when they looked at it, and he named it after her. I believe he called it Carol. And it was because, I'm sure I read this, he said he loved her to the moon and back. I know. And like even that in itself, like this beautiful, really progressive, like emotionally intelligent representation of male love. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's really important. Like, I don't know what specifically this journey set out to do. I think it was like research and all the rest of it. It didn't feel performative. But for me, it felt like somewhere in amongst that, there was just this beautiful display of humanity. And I think that's why it's touched so many hearts, and that's why it's brought so many people joy. And you're right, Ange, we do need that right now. Every time I put on the news or I open my feed, if it's not blackheads, it's sad. And it makes me question the human race, and are we going backwards? Why are we not learning from past mistakes? But this felt like a good bit of news we needed.
Yeah. Also, the progression, like Christina Koch, is that how you pronounce her name?
I would say that.
The last time people went to the moon, women couldn't even have credit cards. That feels like, why did we take so long to go back?
Well,
Do you know what I mean? You must have to save up a lot of money.
It sounds spenny like.
Yeah.
Bezos funded the last one, didn't he? The rich baldy knobhead.
But like, to what end? I do think that one was fake.
Do you think that was fake?
100%. Look at the dickheads. They didn't even have a mask on them.
Do you need a mask to go to space?
I bet you do. Did these? No, they didn't have a mask. They did not look ready to go. And like, it wasn't like the adults were hiding in the little carriage out the back. Like, you could see everything.
Oh, so do you think because they were left to their own devices that somehow...
Babe, it's like you and me going up to space.
I mean, I don't feel ready.
I think you need to give up that vape and the Lucozade before we even attempt it.
Oh...
Do you know what I mean? I just feel
to go.
Like you would have to have, imagine.
Do you really want to go to space?
Look, I just think there must be something absolutely mind-blowingly profound about seeing the place that you like live, inhabit, and understanding what a tiny little globe it is, and B, how minuscule and unimportant you are, but also how like you could be a bit of dust floating around the universe. That might have been your destiny, and yet you get to put on a pair of fucking shoes and walk around and do the thing.
I think that is a really insightful way to look at it. They did say something of a similar ilk. It was sort of, they discussed like how profound it was, like going out there and everyone's saying like, God, you guys are incredible, this is amazing, blah, blah, blah.
So we're looking at them in awe.
Yeah, and they said we're looking back down at Earth and our gorgeous little planet and, you know, saying how incredible and amazing it is and how lucky we are. It felt like there was a lot he wanted to say in that. I believe it was one of the fellas. And he didn't need to. I think anyone read between the lines sort of thing, you know, we are lucky. And here we all are like burning the planet and killing each other. Like, it just felt, I don't know, it felt like a real pivotal moment in humanity, and very different feelings about how I felt when the last lot of dickheads went to space. Yeah. It feels like a good PR spin for going to space.
Much better. Tidy it up. Katy Perry is the one that links the two, because you know I love a good segue.
Hit me.
Katy Perry, up there, down here, Daisy kissing the ground, yada yada, boom, she's married to that fella now.
Well, she's with the
Justin Trudeau.
Yes, ex-Prime Minister of Canada.
I know.
Although I will say this, they look quite cute together. I wasn't expecting them to. Yeah. I thought it was an odd pairing, but actually they look like they're having a nice time.
They do, yeah.
She's gone, but
I just think an Instagram carousel of 6 pictures. I mean, it's easy to fake for 6. I'm sure she is. Like, what? Why wouldn't she? You know, she suddenly has access to a world that clearly impresses her. If she's with Bezos and the dickheads, like, are they pals?
No, I don't think they appear to be. She wasn't at the wedding.
Who?
Katy Perry.
Wasn't at the wedding?
Wasn't at the wedding.
How'd she get on the ship?
I don't know. But a lot of people who were on the ship weren't at the wedding.
Really?
Yeah. It didn't seem to be like a prerequisite.
Do you think they opted out after everyone like kind of turned on Sanchez and Bezos for burning Venice?
I don't know, babe. Honestly, I don't know. Or whether it was just like literally she wanted to go to space, so she went. It had nothing to do with
Grand,
him.
I'll sing a song. That's my ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Or that's the PR moment that they were all looking for.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, she was trolling Justin Bieber.
I didn't say it. What did she do?
So Coachella was on, as you say, your feed is covered in
absolutely
Coachella.
Chock full of it.
And very different versions of it. Again, like rich versus poor, the influencer experience versus the punter experience.
People are calling it the influencer Olympics, which I feel like is quite accurate.
Yeah, exhausting.
I don't think I'm jealous. Are you jealous?
Not one bit of me
No.
wants to be there.
I don't think I want to be
It
there
looks
either.
painful. I'm sorry.
I think this might have been updated recently, but in previous years, you couldn't even like walk around with a drink. So you can't just buy a drink at the bar and then wander around and have a good time and go and see Sabrina Carpenter. You aren't allowed alcohol in front of the stages.
Oh, wow.
So you can go to a bar and stand and have your like branded 818 tequila and soda
in front of the
the
board.
stand, yes. And then you must then walk around and not have a drink.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, if I'm going to a festival, I want to be
and
like...
if you've paid a bloody £1,000 for a goddamn ticket.
I actually have the prices. They're fucking outrageous. But if I've gone to a festival, I want to be like balls deep in mud. I want to be like fucking wandering around with everybody off their head. I want to see people with signs that say Gary Lineker shags crisps. I want to just be invested so wholeheartedly in this experience.
Yeah.
Like not following all these different like rules and regulations and being like some sort of like, I don't know, Coachella dolly. Like I want to be fucking rough and ready, mate.
You want to be enjoying yourself.
I want to be at
And
Glastonbury.
can you get out and about? If you went to, have you been to Glastonbury?
No, because I actually don't trust myself at Glastonbury.
Okay. Also quite a lot of eyes. That's the thing
Yeah.
now. I would say you're like, would you be afraid going out?
Because I
and
would be under
letting
my
rip?
I would be under my drunk umbrella. And she fears nothing when she's under that. That's
Okay.
why I would be afraid.
Danger.
Yeah, danger.
Danger zone.
I'm now at the age where I can spot you are not responsible enough to go there with all the eyes, so just don't go.
Fine, that's good. That's self-care, babes. Well done. This is grow.
It's
I feel
also
this is
just
really
real fear.
grow. Yeah, I'm much happier being at home under a blanket, judging from afar.
Yeah, it's best to do it like that. But I mean, Katy Perry was there judging it there, so you can judge wherever.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I do like that she was kind of, you know, not so gently prodding Justin's set because he was on his laptop. It was pretty lo-fi.
I've seen some clips, and the comparison between his and Sabrina Carpenter's is absolutely mental as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned. And I have seen some headlines, mate, that was like, this is the difference between like a woman headlining Coachella and a man headlining Coachella. Like she has to pull out all the stops. It has to be a production. There has to be like extravagance, blah, blah. And, you know, to even get any recognition. And he just gets to sit there on his laptop and everyone goes, oh my God, like he's amazing. He's an oracle, blah, 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 blah.
Is that what they were saying? Because the headlines I read were like worst performance in Coachella history.
Really?
He got absolutely slated. I think very divided. Either you're in
Yeah.
the genius camp or you're in the, are you okay, hun?
Yeah. No, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I feel like, are we going to make it a sex thing though?
See, I don't know, because I feel like I know which one I want to be. Like
Yeah.
sitting farting in your hoodie on a fucking laptop pretending you're a superstar. Like, you know, he is. I get it.
Yeah.
But like, I'd much rather, I know we complain about a lot of things, but like we have so much more fun.
Oh, girlies.
Yeah.
Us girlies. Yeah, we do.
Like, oh, I love that Sabrina Carpenter leans into it. Some artists won't. Adele gets up there with her microphone. She doesn't need all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Florence Welch, I feel the same, like goes wild in her bare feet, but like not much production.
Yeah.
But I think certain artists love that. Harry Styles is not going to rock up there, sit down a laptop and do his little thing.
Exactly. And I think this is the point. Like, it's just the artist.
Rather
It's-
than the gender.
Exactly.
I think so.
I agree. And I think it was really easy to cling to like a gender thing.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I normally love it. But I don't think in this instance it is. I think Sabrina Carpenter is an ex-theatre kid.
Get it, girl.
She's bells, whistles.
Yeah.
She wants the whole 9 yards and she put on an incredible show. But that's her.
Yeah.
I think Justin probably has done versions of that in his past, but quite clearly has some trauma, some things he wants to work through and has moved away from that.
Yeah.
And now this is more him, this like lo-fi, very, you know, whether it's genius, whether it's laziness, whatever,
Yeah.
however you want to argue it, but he's doing more of this now. And I think it isn't about gender, it's just about very different artists.
Yeah. I do think if you went to Coachella, because obviously all the Beliebers were there losing their friggin' minds. It was like Hannah Montana coming back.
Apparently, I don't know how they like work this out or something, but people were like, he sold the most tickets like ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how they work out specifically how people went there for him or what, whether it was based on like a crowd thing. But yeah, he has sold like the most tickets ever.
No way.
Yeah, the Beliebers are very
Insane.
dedicated.
Yeah.
I was going with. I don't want to incur their wrath.
I did see Hailey Bieber post a little video, and it was him as a kid on YouTube singing a song. I actually can't remember what song it was, but it was like a kind of where it started, and then you see the day unfold, and her sitting like beautifully proud. I did think they're kind of cute.
I do, and I know they're a divisive couple because some of the clips with the insight we see into their life shows him not exactly being the easiest person to be married to.
He just looks like a big giant toddler, like ooh, mom.
Yeah, she does look in certain like paparazzi moments that we see like his parent.
Yeah,
but like I do think those clips of her like sitting and watching him with such adoration, like it was, I think, the nicest part of it for me. She clearly fucking loves him, doesn't she?
She really does.
Should we get into how much it all costs?
Please do.
Okay, so back when Coachella first opened, it was 1999, you know.
Was it now?
It was 1999, right? And it didn't come back to 2001 because it did so badly.
Fire festival vibes.
It literally it was a disaster. It cost them money.
I would say most festivals cost money in the first year now.
Absolutely.
Or the first couple of years.
The argument is that festivals are a long game, ultimately. But it's definitely all in the position and the PR, isn't it? And the people who have had go. But yes, it was about $50 for a ticket.
Bargain.
Yeah. And like I say, it didn't come back to 2001. Then, of course, as it's gone up and up and up, so has the prices. So the cheapest weekend pass for Coachella 2026 was $700. First weekend was $699. Second weekend was $649.
What? Because presumably the grass is mashed and everyone's over it.
I don't know.
I imagine people are tired. Like the value that you're getting out of being there is lessened because everyone is completely fatigued with their bullshit Coachella.
Yeah, maybe it's babe, or maybe it's about the headliners. I honestly don't know because they have different people, don't they? But like that was at first, that was like advanced pricing.
Okay, early board.
Based on now, like people buying them and blah blah whatever, it went up to 4,000. And this is like basic bitch package. Like I saw someone in the safari tents had paid 10 grand for a tent. It was
Imagine
half board.
The sweat in the tent in the desert.
Well, mate, the weather was terrible.
Oh, was
They had like a storm and that on the Friday or the Saturday night, and I could see people like holding on for dear life to their tents.
Also, you see the gear that they're in. They're not. No one has a cagoule.
No one's got a cagoule, mate.
That's not happening.
No. So I feel like it's a really pricey event to be going to.
It's very spicy.
Just to take a picture in front of that fucking big wheel.
But also go down the O2. Not the O2. Where's the other one?
Died the O2?
No, the Golden Eye. What's that called?
The London
Eye, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go down there in your shorts.
I know.
And a feather headdress.
The fashions are wild as well. It feels like they have this a very like microclimate of fashions, don't they?
Well, have you heard of Burning Man?
Yes, I have.
I feel like Coachella is basically for people who aren't wild enough to
and
go
adventurous
to Burning Man.
enough.
So they're watching Bieber, they're having a matcha that probably costs 25 quid. They're not actually drinking, and they're not that they need to, but like we're old, I think. Is that the problem?
Do you think that was your takeaway as you were speaking there, that we're just old?
I was like, oh my God, they're going with their matchas. They're not even like making a disgrace of themselves.
We have just...
What's the point?
Think about the things we've talked about. They're going to be cold. Right? No, hang on. Their clothes are outrageous. We're talking about the prices stuff.
They could just head down the road. Oh my God. Fuck. I think we should go to Coachella.
Let's go to Coachella next year.
Will we?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, fill your boots. Justin got paid 10 million quid.
Did he?
For the set, which is surprising to me because I thought he'd get more.
I did hear that. Am I saying this right? SZA. SZA. I did.
SZA. I once said on the radio SZA.
I would actually do that. Yeah. But then do you not remember that Bruno Mars and Rose song? Like, pata, pata,
yeah.
I read that as APT.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. I feel like
say what you see.
Again, I'm just showing my advanced years.
No, I don't like when they drop things, even though freckle is literally freckle without the vowels. It's like a thing. It's more...
Yeah. I read that SZA was paid 6 figures.
6 figures.
To keep both weekends free just in case something happened.
In case someone bailed.
In case someone dropped out, yeah.
I mean, that you would absolutely have to have a backup.
Apparently, there's been one year where they haven't and they got stung with it. I can't remember which year it was. But basically, this is now the contingency plan. Okay. And obviously, Justin being somewhat a
He's a little volatile. I would say.
volatile booking, I think, is
Yeah.
fair. Like, they obviously had her as a backup plan.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's where they're spending their money, buying all the backup artists as well.
But also, I just kind of love that your man headed out with his laptop in a hoodie, did a bit of karaoke. Like, so
And
the
then got
10
10
million
grand.
he got is going straight in his arse pocket. There's not much spent on production.
No. I can't imagine Sabrina had anything left after that.
Yeah. that's
Unless
the
that was a
thing.
separate budget. It was good though, wasn't it?
It was fabulous.
It was good.
Love her. Okay, so we're going to Coachella, guys. Pack your windbreakers.
Pack
and
your
away we
fucking
go.
cowboy hats and crotchless pants.
Crotchless pants come up too much on this podcast.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've said crotchless pants.
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
Well, I would like...
Wow.
Probably not the right tone given the context. Let's move on.
Shall we?
If you've spotted a story that you think we need to hear about, headlines, hot takes, or heated debates, get in touch.
Yes, you know the usual places. Email us at hello@getagriplove.com. The Instagram is @getagriplove. And the WhatsApp number is 07457 411 037.
We'll be back every Thursday, so please hit that follow button so you don't ever miss an ep.
You got to hit the follow button, gang, and do share us with your pals. Share us around like we enjoy that. Give us a great review. And just remember, it's 5 stars or fuck off.
Bye.